There's an illicit aspect to the back room, to the cabaret, especially the amor cabaret. Often when you fall in love, it's not with the person that is necessarily the most prudent person for you to be obsessed with. Marriages can break up over one or the other of them falling in love with someone outside the marriage. Like Pan or Orpheus out in the woods, having pulled all the married women out of their husbands' beds with his flute, with his stringed instrument in Orpheus's case, calling from the wild, "Come, leave your husband's bed. Leave that world of this limited, predictable experience. Come out here where something extraordinary might be waiting for you. Come out to the wild." So that was the illicit aspect of amor in those myths. And the illicit aspect is I'm dancing like Orpheus or Pan to this devil anthem with these witchy pagan vessels in this orgiastic release. What a wonderful communion. What a wonderful experience. How extraordinary. And it's vivid in my mind over 30 years later. So this another aspect of the cabaret that's encapsulated in this story was it's after hours. This private club, the Amor Cabaret, this key club where you need the password, you need the key to get in. It's an after-hours club. The law says all the clubs have to close at 2 a.m. or whatever the hour is. The cabaret stays open all night. The authorities don't know about it, or maybe the authorities know about it, but with a wink and a nod. Maybe we let the authorities join, or maybe we funnel something to them so they stay out of our way and let us do our thing here. So it's an after-hours club. It's illicit. That's part of the fun of the cabaret. You're breaking some rules back here. You're not towing the line the way society says you must toe the line and keep your nose clean. And another aspect of this cabaret, we've talked about it as this impenetrable bubble. Look, I had all these women to myself while we were dancing. This was a fantasy fulfillment. It was impenetrable to any rivals. It wasn't one girl and 10 guys. It was one guy and 10 girls. I was the guy. I'm sure there were some other guys in the vicinity, and I'm sure if they had been aware of what was going on in this room, they would have probably wanted to be part of this celebration. But the force field was so impenetrable, I was alone in there, which was just the way I wanted it. I was guzzling greedily. I was gorging myself on this wellspring that the source was nourishing me with. Part of that protection of the force field was, I'm convinced that was also part of my protection in that careening, crazy ride down the cliffs with those freaks, where it felt like any moment we were going to go plunging to our doom. Well, it didn't happen. I was protected. I was covered. That amor force field that I had generated around myself with my amorous obsession with the girl on the poster, that carried me down the coast safely. Jesus, with his outrageous rampages we talked last time, because he was doing the source's favor, because he was channeling the source's truth and doing the deeds the source commanded him to do and saying the words the source commanded him to say, he was protected by that impenetrable bubble